Hobbas, I'm Jack the Greek and welcome back for another one of my episodes. Today on the CrossRay BBQ we're going to cook some beautiful pork, but this is special. This is wild boar, and we're going to thank our friends at Preston Free Range Poultry and Game, Betty and Dimitri, for this beautiful slice. Look at this beautiful piece of meat. And what we're going to do is complement it with a little bit of boiled but barbecued bok choy. And of course, at the end, let's not forget our beautiful exotic rub we're going to use. This one here is a Cutler's Kingpin Barbecue exotic pork rub. They also make smoking chicken rub. They also make a rosemary lamb, a championship rub, and of course, a beef rub as well. Today, we're going to use their pork rub on this beautiful piece of pork. Beautiful, look at this. Now, we're going to cook it on the rotisserie. I'd say it'll take about 45 minutes to an hour because it's about 2.5 kilos and it's quite thin. So it won't take more than that to cook. So, we're going to start with the rub. Is we want to make sure that we put it roughly in the middle of the actual piece. So you just got to be careful and just feel your way through to the bones. If you come in close, you'll see that it's just behind these bones here, and that's what you want. And then when it comes out, you want it roughly in the middle. Bang, hoppa. There we go. And then we push it all the way through. Now we're going to put our spikes just on either side, just to hold it together. Now if I look at this here, I'm probably going to move it a little bit more towards the end, just like that. There we go. And that's going to be roughly the middle. And that's going to hold it just like that. And there we go. We've got our neighbour cutting some wood in the background. Obviously ready for his, getting it ready for his fireplace. It is quite chilly out here, but we're going to get through it. So here we are. So there's our piece there. We do have our balancing rod and of course some string in case we need to tie it. But I think we're going to be okay just like that by just putting a little pressure as we are. We'll put the end piece on as well, just like that, and get that ready. So now with the rub, again, our beautiful Cutler's Kingpin Barbecue exotic pork rub. Jump online, have a look at them. There are some beautiful rubs available. There we go. Just put it on like this. Just a nice, cover it all the way through. Opa. Look at this. Hey, can't go wrong. Opa. So we're going to put plenty of it on there, and then we're going to rub it. That's why it's called a rub. Opa. There we go. That should be enough. So my pork was a little bit wet to start with and damp, so that's why I didn't have to put any water on it or spray any oil on it. So I'll put a little bit more, just like this. Otherwise, if your meat is quite dry, make sure that you just wetten it up a little bit, just to make sure that the rub sticks to it. Make sure you've got plenty of rub like that, and then we're ready to put it onto the CrossRay BBQ. Okay, so we put our rub on now, a beautiful wild boar pork rib, and there it is again, our beautiful Kingpin barbecue that we've used. We've got our CrossRay BBQ. It's sitting on about 250 degrees, and we're going to put it on just our rotisserie like this. And there we go, straight in, 15 minutes. We're going to leave the hood down just to let the meat warm up and make sure it feels like a bit of an oven. In the meantime, we're going to clean up our bench. We're going to get our pan, fill it up with water, just here from the CrossRay BBQ, just like this. Our outdoor kitchen, and we're going to put that on the barbecue very soon to prepare our bok choy. Welcome back, and you're with Jack the Greek with a CrossRay BBQ, cooking this beautiful rack of pork. Now you might be asking, what kind of pork is it? Well, it's wild boar, and we're going to thank our friends Dimitri and Betty from Preston Free Range Poultry and Game. And as I said earlier, I'm going to also boil some bok choy. But before we do that, we're going to have to cut it up. And what I'm going to do is just cut it up into 2 slices like that. Depending on the size, I might cut it into 3. So all we're going to do is just simply like that. Because bok choy is beautiful with pork, especially with the rub that we've chosen today, thanks to our friends at Cutler's Kingpin Barbecue exotic pork rub. So the first thing we'll do is we've got our water boiling away, and we'll just sit our bok choy just like that. And what we're going to do after it boils, we're going to then put it on the barbecue to give it that barbecue sort of. Okay, just very carefully, we're going to take off our pan with the hot water, and it doesn't need to boil because this is enough for the bok choy. You don't want to boil it. You just want to crisp it up a little bit, just like that. Soften it up, I should say, not crisp it up. So we'll take them out of that, just carefully, just like this. And there we have our neighbour cutting his firewood again. He'll be cutting it all day, I'd say. Good on him. And there we have our last piece. So now what we're going to do with these is bring them around here, back to the barbecue, and just gently, we're just going to turn them upside down and just put them on the grill, just like this. Put them anywhere, just across here. And we're not going to keep these on for very long. This is just to brown them up and give them that little bit of a barbecue grilling flavour. And then we'll plate them up. And if you come close again, just back here, you'll look at our beautiful wild boar is starting to froth up. See the white froth? That's starting to tell you that it's cooking from the inside out. And as it comes around now, you'll see the other side, which is the back. Look at it beautifully, golden, brown, thanks to our beautiful rub, our pork rib rub. Look at that, beautiful. That won't take long, and you can now, as we're going, you can see our beautiful bok choy, how it's probably even just ready now, as even we're talking. And that's been less than a minute. Look at that. You don't want it any more than that, just a little bit. Come and have a look and see. With all 4 burners on high, I haven't adjusted at all the temperature. You can see how the beautiful pork rack is cooked away and become golden brown, thanks to a rub as well. And what we're going to do is we're going to take it off, we're going to put it in some foil, because we want to let it rest for about 5 or 6 minutes. I don't want to let it rest too long, so I don't want it drying up. So I've got my foil here. Here we go, just here. So I'm just going to position that there when I come back after I've taken it off. Just like that. And then we're going to put it there and we're going to wrap it up. So the first thing we're going to do is take off our beautiful pork rack. Just like this. Opa. Look at this, huh? Opa. Huh? What do we reckon? How good's that? There we go. So let's just put it there. It is very hot. We're just going to be careful. Oh, smells that beautiful rub. The honey, the maple syrup, all those flavours that are in that rub are now starting to come through. Beautiful. There we go. We're just taking it off just like that. All right, just leave that there. And there we have our beautiful rack. So we'll just move it over to here. Just quickly, like that. We'll wrap it up. All the way around, seal it. Just like this. Give our bench a bit of a wipe. Like that. And we'll let it sit here for a couple of minutes. I'd just say about 5 or 6 minutes. So I'm just opening up our beautiful rib here that I've had just resting for around 5 or 6 minutes. And look at it there. Oh, the aromas, the smells, beautiful. Look at that. Look at that, beautiful. There are some juices still there. Oh, bass, beautiful. Put that away. And now we're going to start plating this up. So, grab a look. The beautiful ribs here on the side. So let's have a look and see how they're going. Let's have a look. Opas. Look at that. Excellent. Just cut that like that. Straight down. And we'll chop it in a second. And then we'll grab the next one. Just like this. For that. And I'll open it up in a minute. And I'll show you how juicy all these portions are. Look at that. Beautiful. Look at that. Just breaking off the bone, every single piece. So what we're going to do now is just cut this up, just like this. Opas. Breaking it off. And then we'll plate it up. Opas. There's one piece. Look at that. Look at this beautiful piece. Nice and juicy all the way through. Beautiful bit of skin. Opas. We'll keep going and we'll get ready to plate it up. Okay, so we've cut our pieces. Now let's just get ready to plate it up. We'll just put that like that. We've got our beautiful cutlets over here that we've cut off the rack. Just here. Whoopers. There we go. There we go. Look at these beautiful racks. Just like that. Whoopers. And over here we'll put our bok choy. Beautiful pieces. All cooked on the CrossRay BBQ in around about an hour, I think it took us, to be honest. Put a couple at the back, just like this. And there we go. And it's time to get it ready. Now, to go a step further, if you want, you would have seen post yesterday or online. I've got some beautiful pepperillas, as we call them, peppers, that I've roasted also on the CrossRay BBQ. These also go very well with pork, and we'll just put them in a plate just like this. And that was a little surprise that I'm adding towards the end. There we go. Oh, beautiful. Put that away, and let's tidy up our bench. All right, so there we go. We've plated it up. We did put that on a separate plate, but of course you can just drop it here to the side. If you're going to plate it all up on one platter with your family, just put it there, just like that. You've been watching me on the side here, having my mythos. I will be having that as well with this beautiful pork. It goes beautifully. And let's not forget our friends at Preston Free Range Poultry and Game, Betty and Dimitri, for supplying our beautiful wild boar. And of course, our friends at Cully's for the exotic pork rub. Again, let's summarise. 45 minutes of the CrossRay BBQ on the rotisserie. Beautiful rub, beautiful bok choy, and of course, some homegrown capsicum to complement it. Again, thank you very much for watching Dr. Greek. Opa.